if somebody is sitting in an audience and listening to a piece of mine and they don't get it, quote, I don't care who they are, I don't care how old they are, how much new music they've heard, where they're from, how much education they've had. If they're not musical, let's say they're just not musical, then that's a problem. That's a problem. But let's say they're basically musical people, and they don't get my piece, then I haven't done my job. If my piece has some impact and draws the players in a little bit or a lot, and draws the audience in a little bit or a lot, then it has some reverberation. I'm putting the entire burden of this thing on me. Because the music is the life of, is the center of everything. No matter what anybody's telling you, whatever the PR, the marketing, or the historical value, or blah blah blah, that's going on around it, you still have this living entity in front of you that has to do its work, whatever that is. I believe that ever since since the '60s. I tell young composers that. They always say, well, what competition should I apply it to? And will you write a recommendation? And how do I get to this group? And all this career stuff, which I'm like, wait a minute. Who is in your backyard? Who are the players in your town? Who are the players in your school? Go to their concerts, get to know them, get interested in what they're doing, and maybe you'll hook up something musical with them, and then write the best piece you can write for trombone, whatever it is. And then his friends will bring his trombone friends to the concert, and they'll say, wow, I want to play that piece. So then they play at their concert, and there's 6 other trombonists there. And it's like suddenly it's just going places. This piece has legs. Without any advertising, without any PR, without any connections, any awards, nothing. This one little piece has legs. And I really believe that's your PR. This piece is your PR. The piece, not anything around it. I really believe that. The reason I accepted this project was because of the community orchestra. I was in a taxi cab with a viola friend of mine, a viola player, and she plays with a lot of different levels of orchestras. And I said, what's it like playing in B level orchestras, C level orchestras, community orchestras? What's the difference? And she said, well, the higher up you go, the better the orchestra. They play more in tune, they play more together, and they play harder repertoire. But when you play with community orchestras, there's a certain enthusiasm. Most of them are there because they want to be there. And she said, I really love playing with community orchestras because they're not looking at the clock. They're working hard at what they're trying to play. And it's wonderful. And I said, you know what? You just made a decision for me. I'm going to do this piece for these community orchestras. And at the time, it started out, there were 26 orchestras. And then there were 30 orchestras, and then there were 36 orchestras, and there were 40 orchestras, and then 48. And I'm like, whoa, wait, where are we going with this? This is like an adventure. I feel like I'm on the campaign trail or something. Fortunately, I'm not. The top level orchestras can read like nobody in the world, including the European orchestras and every other orchestras. The American major players in the major orchestras are the most unbelievable sight readers I have ever encountered in my life. The Chicago Symphony sight read my Silver Ladders, and I was like, they really literally sight read it. The percussionists took it apart home, I think, to get the choreography, but the others didn't. It's a matter of pride, sometimes, not to take it home. So the concentration is unbelievable, and they have X amount of short time to learn this piece in, and boy, they just learn how to connect. But the problem is that the blueprint is just a blueprint. It's not a architectural blueprint. It's not like the nails have to be that size for every house. You know what I mean? So the burden for the composer on the page is extraordinary when it comes to major orchestras. Extraordinary, because that's it. You get exactly what you put down on a page. But in the chamber music world, first of all, they assume in some chamber music settings, like the string quartet world, that the page is flexible. And they have to carve it out, because in order to be competitive with other string quartets, they need to really have a voice, and a creative voice with this Beethoven Opus 59, whatever. So everything they do is creative. No, I think we should do it off the string a little more. No, absolutely not. What are you talking about? No, but look, let's just try it. And and suddenly it just gets to be, and it's tough, because the dialogue's very tough in the string quartet. The group, they have to learn how to fight and interact and bounce. But a composer comes into this, and it's like old home week, because they're thinking the same way. Oh, I love that. What'd you do off the string there? That was great. And the other's looking, that was his decision, not my decision, whatever. But you're walking into a naturally creative setting. So it's just great to walk into a string quartet. Yeah, I wanted to have an action and an image that's not too overwhelming. And I work hard on the titles. I really do. I spend a lot of time. I like, the last one I have is Purple Rhapsody for viola and orchestra. I love that. Do you know Debussy's Preludes? Piano Preludes, they're beautiful titles. Sunken Cathedral, Footsteps in the Snow. And if you've played those pieces, those images are just perfect for those pieces. Well, it turns out he wrote those images after the piece, not before. He found the right image to fit the piece. And that's basically what I do, basically. Um, I guess it's just a way of creating a little window into the piece that isn't too heavy. If you know what I mean. Like wings, for example, for clarinet is about wings. Well, that just evokes flying, right? Any kind of flying. And it's a beautiful, that's one of my best titles, that one. And then I have some that are too confining, like Amazon. That's just too confining. I have people come up to me and say, oh yeah, I heard the jungles there, and I heard the monkeys, and I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I went around and around and around the block. The project is called Made in America. And I featured America the Beautiful as the tune, the main tune. So I thought, why not just call it that? Made in America. So it's not bad. It's not bad. It was a little bit of a cop-out though. I think there's a power of music that goes beyond style that is very, very important. I think these things of classical, folk, rock, jazz, electronic are a little bit strong. Because if I say to somebody, I'm a classical composer, they go, oh, right, okay. I don't understand classical. They feel left out. They feel it's too elitist for them. They feel, I don't know, whatever they feel. But it's a category that's a little too prejudicial. Let's put it that way. Because I think for somebody who's musical, some pieces will get to them. We'll just get to them, no matter what. When you're alone composing, and you are alone, you're alone with your perceptions of what you're listening to. And nobody can say your perceptions are right, your perceptions are wrong, because they are your perceptions. And you have to learn to trust them. And they become your best friend, actually. Your instincts become your best friend. And you have to learn to trust them. So I've learned that over a long period of time, and tried to make choices that I trust.